Alright, welcome back to another on-base baseball video. My name is Brian Hafferkamp, and I am the designer and creator of On-Base Baseball. In this video, we're going to be continuing our 2022 Braves Instant Replay. In this game, the Braves are visiting the Diamondbacks in Arizona. This game was played on May 30th of 2022. It's game number 49 of the season. And I believe it's game number 13 of this series, if I'm not mistaken on that. Let's just go ahead and run down through the Braves lineup and then the Diamondbacks. So it's Acuna, he's DHing in this game. Dansby Swanson is short. Ozuna hitting third and left. Riley batting cleanup. He's at third base. Olson at first. Darno catching. Ozzie Albies hitting seventh, playing second. Duvall in right. And Michael Harris, the second, the young rookie center fielder. He'll be hitting ninth. Going for the Braves is going to be Spencer Strider, making his second start of the season. He's been doing a lot of sort of long middle relief, and he throws very hard. And he really struggled in this game, but he did go, I want to say he went 4 or 5 innings, only gave up 1 run, but that was a little bit of it was a wild pitch or something. It was something weird. They had traffic all day, 5 Ks and 5 walks, so it was just, he was a little bit all over the place. But he did give them a chance to win the game, although they did lose the game. The real score is 6-2. The Diamondbacks put up several runs at the end of the game. For the Diamondbacks, it's going to be Varsho DHing, Rojas at third, Marte hitting third and playing second base. Peralta in left, Smith at first, McCarthy in right, Thomas in center, Perdomo at short, and Herrera is the catcher. And you'll just have to forgive me, I only know a couple of players on here. I'm not really a Dbacks aficionado, but Marte I know is a player, having a good season, not a great season so far. And pitching for the Diamondbacks is going to be Zac Gallen. I think that's his name. Zach? Yeah. Zac Gallen, right-hander. 3.57 FIP. He can go 25 batters. Strider is 3.34 FIP, but he can only go 14 batters. So we're going to consider him a little bit more like an opener type. So if he goes 3 or 4 innings, that's going to be a good start probably for him in this game. And we'll see. He is pitching out of this column, so once he drops down, might be able to squeeze out an extra inning from him beyond his stamina. So let's see how this one plays out. We got our dice roller here. This is Atlanta at Arizona, May 30th, 2022. And again, lost this one 6-2. We'll see how it goes on the tabletop. On the top of the first inning, it's going to be Acuna, Swanson, and Ozuna facing off against the right-hander Zac Gallen. Gallen 3.57 FIP is going to be pitching out of the second column. 1-3 to a 28. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. And the play is made there by Perdomo over to Smith, and that's going to be out number 1. That's a 3-4 to a 9. 3-4 to a 9 is going to be a double. So Dansby Swanson, he laces one to center field off the wall, and he's into second with a stand-up double. So runner at second base now for Ozuna. There's a 2-5 to Ozuna, who's a 0. It's going to be a fly ball, fly out with an error check. So fly ball to center field. No error on the play. Center fielder Thomas has a minus, so a 1 or a 2 on the D9 would have been an error. But as it is, it's a fly out. That's out number 2. We'll keep Swanson there at second because Riley and Olson are coming up, so a couple shots here. It's a 3-6 to a 24. And nothing here. 3-6 to a 24 is going to be a fly ball to straightaway left. And that's going to be a can of corn for the left fielder Peralta as he puts it away for out number 3. And the Braves go down in the first. They can't cash in on the Swanson double, and no runs on 1 hit and 1 left on. Go to the bottom of the first. It's going to be Varsho, Rojas, and Marte against Spencer Strider. Strider again pitching out of column number 1. That's a 3-5, and a 3-5 to a 6 is going to be a strikeout. And Strider gets him looking. So he paints the corner, gets the call, and that's out number 1. Here's a 1-3 to Rojas, who is a 5, and that's going to be a ground ball to Ozzie Albies at second base. And that brings up Ketel Marte. That's a 4-3 to a 13. I'm sorry, it's a 4-5. A 4-5 to a 13 is going to be a base knock. So Marte gets aboard. Let's go and try to steal second and see if they can generate some offense here. His speed rating is a 7, so anything 1 to 7 on the D9. Excuse me, and he is going to be safe at second. That's a 6, and he is in there. He gets under the tag, and he's at second base with a stolen base. David Peralta, he's playing left field in this game. He's a 7 batting runs. That's a 2-4 to a 7. It's going to be a strikeout with 2 outs, and that's going to be out number 3. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for the young Strider. And just like the Braves, Arizona gets a runner to second but can't get him in. So no runs on 1 hit and 1 runner left on in the bottom of the first. So we go to the top of the second. It'll be Olson, d'Arnaud, and Albies against Zac Gallen. That's a 4-5, and that is a drive deep to right field, and it is high, it is far, it is gone, and that's going to be a solo bomb for Mr. Olson, who has begun to heat up. And so the Braves take a 1-0 lead on the Matt Olson solo bomb to right center field. Brings up Travis d'Arnaud, the catcher. It's a 2-4. That's going to be a strikeout. And Gallen gets d'Arnaud on the swinging strikeout. Here's a 1-4 to Albies. That is, he's a 7. So a 1-4 to a 7 is a hit by pitch or a walk. And it's a 1, so he does come in on Albies, the left-handed batter, and he hits him. So Albies on with a hit by pitch. Let's go and try to generate something here. 1 to 6. Albies is going to be safe. He doesn't steal a lot of bases, but he's got a lot of speed, and he is in there easily with the stolen base. And so Albies at second base now with Adam Duvall up. So runner in scoring position with 1 out, 1 run already in. There's a 1-3 to Duvall. A 1-3 to a -13 is going to be a ground out to the third baseman. He looks back the runner at second, over to first, and that's out number 2. Brings up Michael Harris to second. Harris, the young outfielder for the Braves, their number 1 prospect, I believe. And here's a 4-4 to a -5. 4-4 to a -5. That's going to be a base knock for Harris. And that pushes Albies to third. Let's go ahead and send Albies with 2 outs. 1 to 6 again, and he's safe at home. And he's going to get in there easily at home. So that's going to be an RBI single from the rookie. And the Braves take a 2-0 lead here in the second inning. So 2 runs in. Harris at first. Going to go ahead and steal with him too. See if we can get him into scoring position. And he's thrown out. So the rookie's thrown out to end the inning. But the next inning will be top of the order coming up. So worth that shot. And that's going to be 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 left on. So the Braves get 2, take a 2-0 lead, and we head to the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Smith, McCarthy, and Thomas against the rookie Spencer Strider. There's a 5-6. 5-6 off of the pitcher's side is going to be a strikeout for Strider. That's K number 3. And McCarthy stands in now for his first at bat. It's a 1-4 to a -6, and that will be a walk. So like I said, he had 5 walks, I think, in this game. That was a bit of a he just had a hard time finding the strike zone. Seemed to keep pulling everything left. McCarthy is a 7, so we're going to go ahead and steal with him. Anything 1 to 7 on the D9, and he is safe. And he's in there easily with the stolen base. So everybody's running wild in the desert in this game. Got 2 stolen bases so far, 3 attempts. And it brings up Thomas. Thomas is a 5, batting runs. Here's a 3-4. And a 3-4 to a 5 is going to be a double. So that's a run scoring double. 2-bagger to the right center field gap. And there's going to be an RBI for Thomas as the Diamondbacks get on the board against the young right-hander Strider. So 1 in and 1 out and a runner at second base for Perdomo. That's a 3-5 to a -10. 2-5 to a -10 is going to be a strikeout. So Strider gets him on the fastball, can't catch up to it. And the 9th place hitter Herrera, the catcher, stands in. It's a 4-5 to a -11. 4-5 to a -11 is going to be a fly ball to left field. Ozuna a couple steps back, and he's there for out number 3. The Diamondbacks do get 1 run on 2 hits. They strand 1, and the game is now 2-1 Atlanta as we head to the top of the 3rd. It's going to be the top of the order: Acuna, Swanson, and Ozuna for the Braves. Here's a 2-3 against Gallen. 2-3 to a 28 is a ground out. Sorry, it's a ground out with an error check. So let's right back to the pitcher and possible error on the play. I don't typically have the pictures, so let me find that. Zac Gallen. Which I don't have any of the pictures because they're not batting, right? Let me go ahead and find that. Hold on just a moment. Alright, so Zac Gallen is a plus defender, so that's a 2, so he's actually going to make the play there. And that's going to be 1-3 on the putout. As he makes the play on the comebacker. Oh, that's the wrong place. There it is. He makes a play on the comebacker by Acuna. Gets him over at first base, and that's going to bring up Dansby Swanson. It's a 1-3 to a 9. 1-3 to a 9 is going to be a ground out to the first baseman. So a little 2-hopper down to first. Right on the line, and the first baseman, McCarthy, takes it to the bag. And that's going to, or Smith takes it to the bag, and that's going to be out number 2. 2 quick outs in this top of the 3rd. And Ozuna stands in. That's a 2-3. That's going to be a ground out with an error check. And right back to the pitcher. And pitcher makes the play again. This time he goes over to his right on the 3rd base line. He gets there quickly. He spins. He throws. And he gets Ozuna by a couple steps. So good play. Good couple plays in the inning by Gallen, coming off the mound and making the play. So a shutdown inning for Arizona as they take care of the Braves. 1-2-3, and we're going to go back to the top of the order in the bottom of the 3rd for Arizona. It'll be Varsho, Rojas, and Marte against Spencer Strider. So there's a 2-3. That's going to be a ground out. That's a ground out with an error check. That's to the first baseman. Check the error. Olsen makes the play. So he's going to go 3-1 as he pitches over to Strider, who's covering, and sharing is caring. So he tosses it over to him and makes the play. Rojas, the 3rd baseman, stands in against Strider. It's a 6-6. And a 6-6 to a 5 is going to be a long single. So that's a base knock. He has a 6 on his speed, so that's actually going to turn into a hustle double as he knocks it into left field. Ozuna, coming in slowly, can't get there in time. And with his weak arm, he can't throw out the hustling Rojas, who was hustling coming out of the box. Marte stands in, 1 out and a runner at second base. Good opportunity for him here. That's a 1-4 to a 13. That's going to be a base knock. And let's go ahead and send that runner from second base. He is at 6 on his speed. There's a lot of speed here on the Diamondbacks team. So a 1 to 6, he's going to be safe at home. This is a base knock to left field. They're running on Ozuna, and Ozuna gets him. Look at that. So not fast enough, and he says, not today. So we're going to go 7-2 on the putout. A little bit of willful suspension of belief, I think, on the hard liner to left field, and Marte will stay at first base. So 2 down with Marte at first. Let's go ahead and try to steal, see if Marte can get his second stolen base of the game, and he does. And that brings up Peralta again in a run scoring position. He struck out his last time at bat. Here's a 1-5, a 1-5 to a 7. He is going to be a base knock this time, and they're going to try to score Marte with 2 outs, and so a 1 to a 7. And he's going to be safe at home, and he is out on the throw from Adam Duvall. So how often do you see that, where 2 guys get thrown out at the plate in the same inning, and that is going to end the inning? So Arizona comes up empty. 2 really good shots at it, and they both get thrown out, one from left, one from right, and that is going to preserve the score at 2-1 Braves. And we head to the top of the 4th inning. It'll be Austin Riley, Matt Olson, and Travis d'Arnaud facing off against Zac Gallen. That's a 3-5 to a 24. 3-5 to a 24. It's going to be a K. So Gallen gets a strikeout. That's his second strikeout of the game, and brings up Matty Olson, who hit a home run solo bomb his last at bat. Here's a 3-3. This is going to be something good for the Braves. So a 3-3 is going to be a 2-bagger as Olson goes down the line in left field. It rolls all the way to the wall. He stands up and gives the old chop at second base, and the Braves have something cooking now with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Travis d'Arnaud, the catcher, up. That's a 1-5. A 1-5 to a 0 is going to be a base knock. And that's a single to center field. Not going to try anything with his speed being a 4. So we got runners at the corners with only 1 out, and Ozzie Albies to the plate. He was hit by pitch and scored in his last plate appearance. That's a 1-2 to a 7. 1-2 to a 7 is going to be a ground out with a runner advance. So that's a slow roller to the shortstop, to the 6. Only play here is to first, and they get the second out. So that's going to be an RBI ground out on the fielder's choice, and the Braves take a 3-1 lead on the Albies ground out. Again, the only play there was to first base, and so Perdomo gets the sure out at first, and it's going to bring up Duvall. Duvall has a runner at second base now, already 1 in for the Braves, and he grounded out to third in his last at bat. There's a 4-4 to a -13. That's going to be a long single. His speed is a 7, so that's going to be a hustle double as he punches one down the right field line. And hustling all the way, he slides into second safely. That's going to be an RBI as well, as that brings in the runner from second base. And 2 runs now in the inning gives the Braves a 4-1 lead. And brings up Michael Harris. He is standing in with 2 outs and 1 on at second base, so runner in scoring position. He had an RBI single in his last at bat. Here's a 3-5. 3-5 to a -5 is going to be a strikeout. So he can't come through here as he strikes out looking. 3rd strikeout of the game for Gallen. But the Braves do get 2 more, and it's going to be 4-1 as we head into the bottom of the 4th inning. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and Strider. This will be his last inning before he meets his stamina. So he's giving him 3 quality innings so far, giving up the 1 run on the RBI double by Thomas. So it's going to be Smith, McCarthy, and Thomas to the plate. Smith struck out in his last at bat. It's a 2-6. That's going to be another strikeout. For Strider, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the young phenom. That's a 3-5 to a -6. 3-5 to a -6 is a strikeout. So back-to-back Ks for the young right-hander, and Thomas, who had an RBI double in his last at bat. Here's a 5-6. No such luck here as Strider comes in and strikes out the side. So an impressive inning for the young pitcher as he shuts down Arizona. It's 4-1. Atlanta over Arizona as we head to the top of the 5th. We're going to be back to the top of the order with Acuna, Swanson, and Ozuna. Gallen has not reached his limit here, and the game is not far out of reach, so they're going to try to get another inning or 2 out of him. There's a 2-2 to a 28. That's going to be a double off of Gallen's column. So Ronald Acuna Jr. puts a charge into that one into the right center field gap. He goes oppo, and he's standing at second base. Going to try to do something rare here. When you steal third, you take away 1 from the player's speed. So his speed is a 7. It drops down to a 6. We're going to try to surprise him and steal third base. Anything 1 to a 6 is going to be safe. 7, 8, or 9, and he is out. So we could be breaking the cardinal rule of baseball here. We'll see. And Acuna in there safe with the stolen base. So surprising by stealing third, and that is a runner at third with nobody out. Brings up Dansby Swanson. It's a 4-6 to a 9. 4-6 to a 9 is a double play or a strikeout, and that's going to be a big time strikeout for Gallen. 1 out now with a runner at third base, and Marcell Ozuna to the plate. 3-5 to a 0. 3-5 to 0. Another big strikeout as he gets Ozuna looking. Can't pull the trigger, and Austin Riley stands in. He's flied out and struck out. Here's a 3-6 to a 24. Nothing here. 3-6 to a 24 will be a fly ball to straightaway left, about midway out, and a can of corn for the left fielder. So the Braves do get Acuna to third base, but they can't get him in, and that's going to be it for them in the 5th inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 4-1 Braves. Strider is going to have to drop down. He's been pitching from this column. He's going to have to pitch from this column. So we'll see how things go. Try to squeeze out another inning, see if he can't get qualified for the win. It's going to be Perdomo, Herrera, and Varsho against Strider. That's a 1-6 and a 1-6 to a -10. He is always going to be a fly out with a runner in advance. It's a fly ball to Ozuna, and that's out number 1. Herrera to the plate. He flied out to Ozuna in his first at bat. So there's a 1-5 to an -11. That's going to be a single with an error check. So it's a base hit to center field. Let's check the error. No error on the play, as Harris he fields the ball cleanly, but that's going to be a base hit for Herrera. Can't be too many base hits in the game, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6th hit of the game. They're getting more men on base than I thought, but they got a runner at first with 1 out, and it's Varsho to the plate. He grounded out to the first baseman his last at bat. It's a 5-6 to a 6. It will be a strikeout, and that's going to be a strikeout for Strider. How many is up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Ks in the first 4 2/3 innings. He's a big-time strikeout pitcher. Rojas stands in a 4-5 to a 5. 4-5 to a 5 is going to be a fly ball to the right center field gap. In right field is Adam Duvall, and he comes over and he makes the play in the alley, and That's no runs on 1 hit for Arizona. They do leave 1, and the score is still 4-1. Spencer Strider qualifies for the win. And yeah, good start for him. Zac Gallen still out there, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Will be good for 1 more inning. And if he gets in any trouble, this is the part of the lineup where he's given up all 4 runs, so we'll see if he gets in trouble here, and we'll have to pull him. That's a 4-4 to a 3-3. 4-4 to a 3-3. And that's going to be a double play or a strikeout, so that's a K for Gallen. Brings up Travis d'Arnaud. d'Arnaud 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. It's a 1-3. That's going to be a ground out to right back to the pitcher. Gallen stabs it and makes the play over to first base. Ozzie Albies is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and scored back in the 2nd inning. There's a 4-6 to a 7. 4-6 to a 7. It's going to be a double play or a strikeout. So another K for Gallen. So that's 3 of 3 down in the 6th as Gallen takes care of the Braves, striking out 2 in the inning. And we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Going to leave Strider out there. So he's going to be down, not here, but here. So let's see how things go for the young pitcher. If he starts to get in trouble, we will save him. That's a 1-3 to a 13. 1-3 to a 13 is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Ozzie Albies, smooth as ever, over to Olsen, and that's out number 1. It's a 1-4 to a 7. He's here, so 1-4 is going to be a double off the pitcher column. So that's going to be Peralta's 2nd hit of the day. He's got a single and a double in this game. So runner at second base with 1 out and Smith up. Smith has 2 Ks on the day. Here's a 4-6. 4-6 to a 0 is going to be yet another strikeout. And so that's the hat trick for Smith as he makes the 2nd out of the inning. Still runner in scoring position for McCarthy. McCarthy has walked and scored a run. There's a 5-6 to a -6. That's going to be a strikeout. Sorry, he's here. That's going to be another strikeout for the young Strider. And is he at 10 yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 strikeouts and 6 solid innings for Spencer Strider. No runs for Arizona on 1 hit. They strand a runner at second base and just can't get the big hit to claw into this game. It's 4-1 Atlanta. 18 says 27, 26, 25. Zac Gallen can give them 1 more inning at this column. So let's go ahead and do that. That's 2-3. That's going to be a ground out for Duvall. So it's going to be a ground out with an error check. So it's a ground ball to first. No error on the play as Smith makes the play. He's going to take it unassisted to the bag. And that's out number 1. Michael Harris is up. He's got an RBI single. And he also struck out in his last at bat. That's a 2-3. That's a ground out with an error check. So it's a little roller out in front of the plate that the catcher Herrera jumps out on. And he gets the speedy Harris going down the line, gets him by about a step as he makes the play for out number 2. Brings up Acuna Jr. Acuna is 1 for 3. He doubled and stole 3rd in his last at bat. It's a rarity in the game. So it's a 1-2 to a 28. Batting runs is going to be a ground out. And again, little ground ball to the catcher, and Herrera gets a couple of speedy guys on the bases. 1-2-3 inning for Zac Gallen, which is going to be the end of the road for him. We'll bring in a new pitcher for the 8th. We hit to the bottom of the 7th inning, still 4-1 Braves. And we're going to keep Strider out there. He's going to have to go down to this column here. He's playing with a 3-run lead. We'll see how He pitches here. Facing the bottom of the order, Thomas, Perdomo, and Herrera. That's a 1-3. A 1-3 to a 5 is going to be a ground ball to Ozzie Albies. And he is over to Olson at first for out number 1. Here's a 2-4 to a -10. That's going to be a strikeout. Strikeout swinging as he's out there still throwing bullets past the Arizona hitters. That's strikeout number 11 for Strider. And here's a 3-5 to a -11. 3-5 to a -11 is one more K. So strikeout number 12. Strider has, shall we say, hit his stride. So 1-2-3 inning for Strider against Arizona. And let's go ahead and bring in a new pitcher for the Diamondbacks, and let's get that all set up. All right, new pitcher for Arizona is going to be Noe Ramirez. Gallant effort by Gallen. He goes 7 innings, gives up 4 runs, and we'll see how Ramirez does. He has a 4.22 FIP. He can go 4 batters, so basically a 1-inning guy, and we'll see how he does against this heart of the Atlanta order. It's going to be Swanson, Ozuna, and Riley. Swanson 1 for 3 on the day. He had a double back in the first, but they couldn't get him home. So let's see what happens here in the 8th inning. That's a 1-6. That'll be a fly ball to the center fielder. And the center fielder is Thomas. He makes the out for out number 1. Ozuna over 3. He's a 0 batting run, so he's a perfectly average batter this year. That's going to be a 1-2. That's a ground out to the catcher. Catcher again, Herrera, is up to the challenge, and he makes the play to first for out number 2. Brings up Riley. Riley is 0 for 3. Couple flyouts to left field. Here's a 2-2. Not going to be a flyout. Ramirez is pitching out of this column, so it's going to be a double right off of his column. So first hit of the game for Austin Riley as he lifts one to the right center field gap that rolls all the way to the wall, and he's in there standing up. 2 outs and a runner in scoring position for Matty Olson. Olson 2 for 3, a home run, a double. He scored a couple runs. He has an RBI, and he struck out in his last at bat. There's a 2-2. That's going to be back-to-back doubles as he laces one to right center field. And that's going to be an RBI. And the Braves take a 5-1 lead on the Matt Olson double as Riley comes around to score. So adding on here in the 8th inning are the Braves. 5-1 now. It's going to be Travis d'Arnaud up. He is 1 for 3. He's got a runner in scoring position, but there are 2 outs in the inning, so let's see if Ramirez can get out of it. A 1-5 to a 0 will be a single, and gonna hold up Olson there, and it's gonna be Albies to the plate. I realized that Olson probably would have scored on a single, but that's not how I'm playing it right now. So 1-2 is gonna be a ground out to the first baseman. So gonna go 3-1 on the put out as he tosses to the pitcher covering, because sharing is caring. And the Braves do get 1. It's going to be a 5-1 lead now. They get 1 run on 3 hits. They do strand 2. Can't come through with the big hit. And so we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Spencer Strider is still in the game. We're going to see how far we can go. He's now pitching out of this column. So he's 3 columns deep. And he's going to be facing off against the top of the order again. If he gets in trouble, we'll just have to bring in someone. We've got several players in the wings. Will Smith, Colin McHugh, Mentor. We got some guys in the wings here who can come in the 8th. So we'll see how the young man does. He'll be facing off the top of the order: Varsho, Rojas, and Marte. That's a 1-3, and a 1-3 to a 6 will be a ground out to the second baseman. So we go 4-3 on the put out, and that's going to be out number 1. Here's a 5-5 to a 5. 5-5 to a 5 is a line out or a foul out if the D9 is a 6 or greater. It's a 5, so that's going to be a line out to the shortstop. So Rojas hits it on a line, but he hits it right at Swanson, who reaches out and grabs it for out number 2. Brings up Ketel Marte. He's 2 for 3. He got thrown out at the plate. He does have 2 stolen bases. He got thrown out at the plate by Ozuna, which is sort of a miracle. 2-6 to a 13. 2-6, he's pitching out of this last column. So a 2-6 to a 13 is going to be a single with an error check. That's a single to left center field. Let's check the error on Ozuna. Ozuna is a minus defender, but it doesn't matter here as he makes the play. And he holds Marte to the single. Let's go ahead and steal with him again. Why not? 1 to a 7 is safe. And he's in there for his 3rd stolen base of the day. Runner at second base now with 2 outs. Opportunity for Peralta. Peralta's 2 for 3. Had a double in his last at bat, but he is going to strike out here. A 2-4 to a 7 is going to be a double play or a strikeout, and that is going to be yet another K for the young Spencer Strider, who will be going for the complete game. We'll see how he does here. We're going to have to bring in a new pitcher for the Diamondbacks as we head to the 9th inning. Still 5-1 Braves, and Ramirez goes 1 inning. And let's see, who did they have come in? Ian Kennedy. So let's go and write him in. He actually pitched in the game. I believe he's a right-hander. And 4-5-2 can go 4 innings, and we'll see how he does. He'll be pitching out of his 3rd column, so hopefully this doesn't get too ugly. He'll be facing Duvall, Harris, and Acuna Jr. That's a 3-4 to Duvall. A 3-4 to a -11 is a double. So a 2-bagger for Duvall, who seems to be getting healthier by the day. He was never injured, but boy, he was sure swinging the bat like he was. So he's got 2 doubles. He's got an RBI. He's 2 for 4. And that brings up Michael Harris the 3rd. That's a 1-6. That'll be a fly ball to deep right center field. The center fielder, Thomas, turns his back, sprints to the wall, goes back on it, and it hung up there. So Duvall is going to take 3rd on the play, and it's going to be 1 out with a runner at 3rd base and Acuna Jr. to the plate. That's a 2-6. 2-6. There's nothing here. And to a 28 batting runs, a 2-6 is going to be a single with an error check. So that's a base knock to right field. Let's check the error on the right fielder. He picks it up cleanly, but that's going to get the run in from 3rd as Acuna Jr. picks up the 6th run of the game for the Braves. So a base knock there with a 5-run lead. Not going to try to steal 2nd, but it's going to be Swanson to the plate. That's a 4-6. A 4-6 to a 9 is a double play or a strikeout with 1 out in the inning. That's going to be an auto double play, so we're going to go 4-6-3 on the twin killing, and that gets Arizona out of the inning, but not before they pick up a run on an Acuna single, and they take a 6-1 lead heading into the bottom of the 9th inning. So Kennedy gives up 1 in his 1 inning of work. And we're going to leave old Spencer Strider out there, see if he can get the complete game. Again, he's pitching out of this last column here. Only 14 for his stamina, so he did well. And then, you know, at some point you have to start going down a column each time you run out there after your stamina. But once you get here, there's nowhere to go. But you can see that things get a little dicey with the 2-2 and the 1-4, which is pretty common, and the 3-6. You can get a walk there, so also pretty common. 1 more inning for Strider. Smith, McCarthy, and Thomas to the plate. Smith trying to avoid the golden sombrero, and he does. It's going to be a ground out to Ozzie Albies at 2nd, and that's going to be an error on Albies. So we're going to go E4, and a runner is at first base. McCarthy now up. He's a -6 batting runs. That's a 1-6. That's going to be a fly ball to deep center field, all the way to the track, testing the arm of the young center fielder. Smith tags up, and he's going to wind up at second base. Deep right center field in Arizona, and so he makes it into second base. Runner at second base now with 1 out, and it will be Thomas. Thomas had an RBI double in the second. That's 4-6. 4-6 is going to be another strikeout for Spencer Strider, as it's either a double play or a strikeout, but with a runner at second. Obviously, there's no double play in order, so he gets Thomas swinging for his second strikeout of the day. And last hope here for Arizona is Perdomo. Perdomo has a couple of strikeouts and a flyout. Here is another fly ball. This one is into the right center field gap, and the center fielder Harris, on his horse, gets there for out number 3, and that's going to be your ball game, as Spencer Strider goes the distance in only his second start of his major league career, and had a number of Ks here, more than 10 Ks, so we'll see how everything shakes out. Let me go ahead and tally everything up, and I'll be right back. I'm back with the totals. For Atlanta at 6 runs on 12 hits. They did have the one Ozzie Albies error in the 9th inning, which did not come back to haunt them. For Arizona, it's 1 run on 8 hits, no errors. Player of the game is going to be Spencer Strider. Strider goes 9 innings for the complete game win. Just give him the win here. And Gallen is going to take the loss. Strider 9 innings, 8 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 14 strikeouts. So he was dialed in, needless to say. For the Braves, big game from Matty Olson, 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. He had a home run in the 2nd inning. He had an RBI double in the 8th, which is here, and did throw in a strikeout, but he had 2 doubles and a home run. So a really good game for him. Acuna 2 for 5. He did have a stolen base at third. The way you steal third in on base is you take their speed and you subtract 1. So for some of these fast guys, they still have a pretty good shot and an opportunity of stealing third. If you want to steal home, you would drop 2 and you would go down to a 5, and then you would just you would see 1 to 5. He would be safe. So that's about a 55% opportunity, chance of stealing home, which is pretty good. But you know, for a fast guy, it's a pretty good opportunity. Not much else happening. Duvall getting good and healthy. Got a couple doubles, had an RBI, scored a run. And the youngster, Harris, 1 for 4. He did get caught stealing, but he had an RBI single in the 2nd. Not much going on for the Diamondbacks. Gallen goes 7 innings. Good innings, quality-ish start. 7 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 7 Ks, no walks. Definitely kept him in the game. Ramirez came in, 3 hits and a run. Kennedy came in and gave up 2 hits and a run. So the relief corps did give up a couple, but the game was close for most of the way. Not much going on here. 3 for 4 for Marte. He was 3 for 3 in stolen bases. Stole second base 3 times. He was thrown out by Marcell Ozuna from left field, which is hard to do. Maybe he stumbled around the bag. Here's a 2 out of 4 for David Peralta, and the left fielder. He had a single and a double. You can see the strikeouts were racking up at the bottom of the order. So Smith with the hat trick. All right, so that is our Braves instant replay. This is a Braves winner, 6-1. The real game was 6-2 the opposite way, Arizona over Atlanta. Strider had not nearly the game that he had here, although he did limit the damage. He had 5 Ks and 5 walks, so a little bit of a different game on the tabletop. All right, the next game is going to be against the Rockies. So the Braves just finished a set as I record this on June the 6th. They just finished a 4-game sweep of the Rockies in Colorado. And so that'll be the next game up in this series. If you have any questions or comments about the game, this particular game, or on-base baseball in general, leave them down in the comments section below. If you have not subscribed, please click subscribe. And we're up to almost 70 subscribers now on the channel, so it's good. Every little bit helps. And if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. That's all you have to do, and that's actually a big help. Every little thumbs up helps the algorithm say, hey, this is quality content. Let me put it out in front of more people, and more people get exposed to on-base baseball. So if you do that, that will be very helpful, and I'm very appreciative of it. If you want to purchase On Base, you can go to onbasebaseball.com and pick up the game. There are a couple of other games on there as well, On Base Advanced and Quick Play Baseball, which is a fast play baseball game. That's a lot of fun as well. All right, I think that's it for me. Starting to lose my voice a little bit, so that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.